Guys, my name is Mecton here and welcome back to another video on the channel where today I'm going to be teaching you guys the basics of Premiere Pro. Now this is not going to be a full-on beginner's tutorial. This is going to be showing you kind of just some of the normal basics that you need to know when you are editing in Premiere Pro. But yeah, anyway guys, I hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you want more Premiere Pro videos like this one, make sure to leave a like and also comment something in the description and just let me know, and I will do more tutorials for Premiere Pro. Anyway, let's get straight into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is when you open up Premiere Pro, it's just going to have a black screen like this, little Adobe Creative Cloud icon down there. And what you want to do from here is just go to File, go to New, go to Project. And the first thing you want to do is just select your name. So I'm just going to name my video a tutorial. I spelled tutorial wrong. I am embarrassed. No, I didn't. Now that makes me even more embarrassed. But now, so what you want to do, just select, keep all this the same, unless you know really about these settings. Just go to scratch disks. Keep all of this the same, unless you want to choose the FPS and the resolution of the video. But otherwise, you just keep it as same as project, and then just press OK. So once you have opened up Premiere Pro and gotten your file, your new project, you're going to see this timeline here and effects control, program or sequence up here, and then you're going to see all your media down here. So the first thing you want to do is just import a clip. So I'm just going to go to File, go down to Import, and you can import any files here. So I'm just going to go to my recordings, my OBS. I'm going to find a recording. Let's say I'll use one of my speed arts as an example. I'll use my FreeGFX thumbnail speed art. And then it'll pop up down here in the corner. So what we want to do is you just want to click on here. You just want to drag it into the timeline. So now, once you've done that, you will see a timeline has been created, and you've got your video, and you've also got your audio. Now, if you want to delete the audio for whatever reason, what you want to do is just right-click on it, go to Unnet Link, and then you can delete the audio. Since this is a speed art, as an example, I won't need the audio for the video. So let's say at the start of the speed art, I don't want to show the part where I open up OBS. Now, Premiere Pro provides a really easy way to cut stuff. So what you want to do, so I'm just going to skip to the point where I do close OBS. So it's about right here. And by the way, you can use minus and plus to zoom in into the timeline. So about here is where I'm going to want to cut it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this little toolbar here. Click on this tool, the razor tool, or you can just press C for a shortcut. And as you can see, I've got this little razor tool. So I'm just going to click right here. If I zoom in a little bit, right to where I want to cut it. So right there, just going to left click on that. And if I move my cursor here, as you can see, it's created a little bit of a line. So you just want to go back to the move tool. You want to right click on this little clip that we just made. Then you want to click on ripple delete. Basically what that will do is it will delete the clip, and also it will push this part of the video back to the start of the timeline, so you don't have to move it or drag it over back to the start. So then what you want to do now that you know how to cut all the parts out of your video, and you should be good for that. So now what you're going to want to do is, let's say you want to resize something. So I just go to File, import, let's say my intro. My intro, sometimes in Premiere, Premiere kind of centers it a little bit weird. So I'm just gonna put in my intro, let's say right here, and skip to it. And if I see it play here, it is a little bit laggy since it is an AVI. As you can see here, it looks to be okay, but let's say it is not centered where you'd like it. So if I zoom in here, go back in here, and I zoom in, what you can do here, just right click, go to motion, go to position, click on that, and then you just want to click on the clip right there, and then defaulted it is right here. You just want to go over to effects control, click on your clip, and then you're gonna see this little thing here is this motion. You're gonna click the drop down menu, and position is where you will be able to edit, or you can just click on motion, and then you can scale down your image, your intro, or anything like that. I can move it around, and then I'll also keep it right in the middle by going Control Z. If I just go Control Z, it should go back to normal, and you can just click reset effect and it'll go back to normal. Also, what you can do here is adding fades, because when a video just kind of just pops up, doesn't look too nice. So you can just click on the effects tab down here, go to video transitions, go to dissolve, and dip to black is what a fade is called. So you just want to drag this on to your clip. And if I zoom in here quite a bit, you can see dip to black. It's defaults, I'm pretty sure, on half a second. So I'm just gonna put it for about 2 seconds is what I prefer. So now if I play the clip here, it has the little nice fade. And if you don't like it that long, you just make it shorter to however you do like it. So now, if you are making a speed art, what you can do is just right click on the file, go down to speed duration, change the percentage. So say I want to make this about a minute long, put it on 1000%, press OK, and it's that simple. Now your clip has been shortened down to about 1 minute. I just play it here, and so I'll speed it up. A little bit laggy since I am recording. Should be a lot smoother for you guys if you guys do have a decent PC. And then just gonna add a dip to black at the end of the clip, so then I can just have a little bit of a fade over here. Let's click on this, extend it a little bit. And if we play the speed art, it will have a nice smooth fade for when the video does end. And now the last part is rendering. It's a little bit weird for rendering in Premiere Pro. It's not like anything else. So what we want to do is just go to File, go to Export, and go to Media. And then a little box here in a moment should pop up. This is Export Settings. And now what you want to do, make sure that your format is on H.20 or 264. That's just default for YouTube. And also what you want to do is put your preset down. You want to find YouTube. It should be down here somewhere. You just gotta click on this little arrow. Sometimes it takes a little bit. So you got HD. I don't want to do that. I want to make sure it's more fit for YouTube. So right here, YouTube. Either do 1080p, HD, or 4K, whatever you prefer. I mean, you can do 720p, it just won't look as good as 1080p and 4K. So I'm just gonna click on 1080p because that is what I use. And you want to make sure that the source range is on sequence in/out. And then also you can just leave this. When you go to your video settings here though, let's say you want the video to be 60 FPS, you just uncheck that, and then you can select the FPS. Let's say you're making a film, you want to use 24, and let's say you're doing a gameplay or something, you're gonna want to put 60. Just for the sake of it, I'm just gonna put 60 there. And now you got the height, the dimensions. You shouldn't just leave that alone. Now this is a little bit interesting. So you can make this a lot higher here, and the more bitrate that it is, the bigger file size and the longer rendering time. So it's default on 16. As you can see down here, 151 megabytes is the estimated thing there. But if I move it to double 16, so 32, almost 300 megabytes, but your video will look so much better. I would recommend between 20 and 30, though, if you really want to make your video look really good and professional. But if you do not have that great of internet and you want to upload to YouTube pretty quickly, you can turn this down to about 8 or 16, and that should be perfectly fine. And now you can go into the audio section. Really, there's not much to mess with. Keep this on stereo. And also, when you go to bitrate settings for the audio, make sure this is on 320, so then it does make your audio sound like a lot better. Then you got all this. Just leave all this alone. You don't need to touch that. Mess around with this if you'd like. I don't touch that at all. And now that you've done this, pretty much everything's done here. You can look, everything's done. And now you just want to click on export. Now, before you do export, you can also choose your file location. I don't even really touch with this. Sorry, I didn't mean to press here, not there. But you just want to choose your file location. I just keep it all in here. So if I just type in tutorial. Now that I've done that, just press export, and you should be pretty good. And also, Premiere Pro has really good render times. That's why I like it so much. But yeah, so I hope you guys did enjoy this very basic video on Premiere Pro. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Want to see more Premiere Pro? Comment down below what you like. And also, I'll see you guys in the next video. And maybe our next video will reach some new subscribers. I'm not too sure, because we are growing pretty quickly here. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
I won't quit it at the first. Rolling, rolling.